Hello there everyone, this is Seb and welcome to another updates video. I know, I promised to have some more videos and I didn't once again. I've been to Italy and then I came back and you didn't hear anything from me. And now we have this video. So I still care. But yeah, there is a very good reason for me not making a video last week and I'll get into that in just a bit. It's a good reason, I promise. Yeah, I've been to Italy, as many of you know, and there was a casting there for a theatrical production, and that was an amazing time. I really had a great time, amazing people there, and just so much fun, really. Never been to Italy, so that was a fun thing in itself. Wonderful country. Really enjoyed the people there. I've met some great people there, also goalball players from all over Europe, and we did play goalball all week long, and we had some other theatrical exercises as well, which were very interesting, and they were more focused on body awareness and such. And I think that actually improved my game as well, which is kind of cool. And we played goalball in a couple of very unique ways, because of course goalball is being used in the theatrical production, but goalball in itself is not a show, so you need to find a bit of a means to change it up a bit to make it interesting for a show. And playing with that was kind of interesting. Playing a game where you're blindfolded with music is very hard, because you're not only made blind but also deaf, and stuff like that, playing without talking to each other, that's kind of hard as well, or waiting for certain signs when you're programmed in to just act right away, which, makes you do things more consciously again, which is often a good thing to really go back to the basics. So yeah, very, very awesome to do that. We had an amazing team, a lot of fun people to hang around with. And I didn't expect too much from the week. Of course, looking forward to the learning experience, but it wasn't in the best of shapes. And nothing against the nice spherical shapes of being round and such, but it's not the best way to perform, I think. So yeah, I wasn't in the best of shapes, but somehow I still managed to get casted. Yes. Really surprised by that. But yeah, that is awesome. Now, I did get cast as a substitute, so that means I will not go to every show which is planned, and they have already managed to score quite a few venues where the show is going to play. I think they're at 14 right now, which is quite a lot for a new show. But I will still perform a couple of times, even if it's just to keep me in the loop and stop not forgetting the show. But what I find more important is that I actually get to go to all of the rehearsals. There will be 4 rehearsal sessions, and with sessions I mean a period of time where you just go and shape up the show and rehearse the actual play at the end, I suppose. And yeah, that sounds like such an amazing learning experience to be able to do that, so I'm very thankful for that, and it's awesome. It even means I have some income from it, so that is a big plus as well. We have a great team. The final 8 people who got selected, there are 6 permanent cast members and 2 who are substitutes, one of which is me then. And yeah, we've got 2 Italian people, 2 Dutch people, a France person, from Portugal we've got someone, from Slovenia, from Germany. So, a very nice eclectic European team we've got there. And yeah, they're all awesome people, so very much looking forward to working more with them. But yeah, that's a lot of fun. But it does mean that I'll be going away to Italy a couple of times more. So, next month in May, from the 10th to the 22nd, I'll be gone again. So, again, less time for videos. It's amazing what I come up with to get out of making videos, isn't it? Yeah, not that I'm sorry, but because you know this is like such an amazing opportunity. I can't really be sorry for that. I just really enjoy doing that. It's a lot of fun. But in the same way, it is kind of making me feel a bit bad because I just wish I could make more videos as well. And I really wanted to do that so much. But just stuff keeps coming up, which is also a lot of fun and cool to do. So, you know, that happens, I suppose. Luckily in June I won't have to go to Italy, so I really want to focus on some videos in June as well. And I will also try to get something out next week, I promise. At least that review I was working on, that game did take a bit longer than I had expected, so I couldn't finish it up before going to Italy. But then I decided to go to Italy again, so you know, getting a second chance. I never said when I would go to Italy and before I would have it ready, I suppose. Or perhaps I did, I don't know. But yeah, also going to look into the videos of the Legacy of Kain, get up to date with that again, and hopefully get some more videos of that out next week as well. Would be nice, and maybe get some things, get some of that series going and actually upload them on a scheduled thing. So, you know, I might be away, but then still some new videos would appear. We'll see about that. But yeah, that still doesn't explain why the heck I didn't make any videos last week. Well, I got back from Italy and my coach asked me if I would be so kind to go with him to Denmark for a tournament. He was a player short. Now, initially I declined the option to go to that tournament when it first came up a couple of months ago. I said, well, I've got Italy coming up and I don't really feel like doing both. And I still have no clue if it's actually wise for me to play Goalball with my eye situation. But he comes one play short, so he asked me, so I figured, might as well. And thus I got back from Italy, unpacked, and could pack right away. To go to Denmark for an amazing tournament as well. Need to arrange some things, so you know that really kept me away from the computer in general. Really had a bit of a busy week to make arrangements for going there as well. Luckily his wife was actually kind enough to, like the wife of the coach was kind enough to fall in for me for a clinic I had planned on Friday, otherwise I could not go. But she was kind enough to do that for me, so that is really awesome and I thank her for that. Because that enabled me to go to this amazing tournament. We had a fun time. We actually went with 3 teams and played in 3 classes. There was the youth team, the female team, and the male team. And they all did really well. We all played very, very awesomely. What was the best part for me personally was that the youth team was there, and that is the same team I train and coach in the Dutch competition. And that was a lot of fun seeing those guys in action for the first time in an international tournament. And they did very well. So well in fact that they just bulldozed over the competition. They just pulverized the other guys. It was kind of ridiculous how easy it was for them. But yeah, that showed them how far they have already gotten, and I'm very proud of them. And they easily took first place. And in the sport of Goalball, there is a mercy rule where when you are 10 goals in the lead, it's the end of the match. And they were so good that many of their matches they didn't even get to play the second half, because in the first half they just beat the players outright with a 10-point difference. So I was so proud, so amazing. The women did okay as well in their class. Unfortunately it was a mixed class, not a all-female class. And having an all-female team is very hard to compete on that level, so they did the best they could. The men had a lot of trouble getting through them, but unfortunately they couldn't win a lot of matches because of that, because male Goalball and female Goalball is quite a bit different. But yeah, They did manage to secure the 4th place, which is still awesome. And as Mills, we got 2nd place, which in general is pretty good, but in typical Dutch fashion, we kind of blew the final. And if you want to know what typical Dutch fashion is, well, let me explain. We had a perfectly fine lead all the way up the entire final, right up until the 18-second to go mark. At 18-second, we called for a timeout, which was apparently a timeout too many, which means you get a penalty, which went in. So at that point we had a tie, and then in the final second of the match, I am seriously, there was 1 second left on the clock, they score another goal. So bye bye 1st place. Oh boy, that was so bad, but at the same time, it you know, seeing the Dutch sports performances, you can kind of expect something like that. So, you know, luckily there wasn't really riding onto on these matches, so you can just have a laugh with that. But it was a sour end on an otherwise very successful tournament. So, you know, if you look at the picture and you see some sour faces, then, well, that's just after that final, and we're all a bit disappointed, but overall it was a lot of fun, and we had a great time. And yeah, so that's it, and I got back, and we had King's Day on Monday, which was fun. I didn't really do a lot there. Normally I go hunting for some games on the free markets on King's Day, but I didn't this time. I just decided to just relax and enjoy my day. And now we're here. It's Wednesday, and I'm making this video, and hopefully you guys will enjoy this a bit and get a bit of an impression of what's been going on and what's going to happen. I hope to have some more videos up soon, but you know, I keep saying that, and I keep finding new things to do otherwise. But yeah, I am really sorry for that, guys. I will try to do my best in June to actually have some more video content, because I do miss it. I do miss it. It's yeah, I can't deny not missing it, but I can't deny liking other things in life as well, and just giving those priority. And you know, when I get a chance to do this hobby, I certainly will. So hopefully I will find some more time for that as well. But yeah, otherwise there is not really any gaming news for me, because I also didn't really do any gaming at all in the last couple of weeks, because I was in Italy and then Denmark. And here's a little tidbit of information. I don't tend to take any games with me when I go somewhere. Partly this is because right now I just my vision has gone down so far that mobile gaming just isn't practical for me anymore. But also I do tend to enjoy just to leave technical stuff at home. Like, I don't use my phone much when I'm away on vacations and other trips. I don't tend to look at the internet as much. Like, I'm perfectly fine when I go somewhere and there is no Wi-Fi. I'm fine, good. So I can't look at the internet. Perfectly fine for me. Sometimes it's, you know, a nice way for me to escape the whole social media thing and such. So in a way that's good as well, because that stuff goes so fast, and I'm not the greatest with keeping up and using that stuff in general, but just having a opportunity to step back from it all and find some relaxation in that is fine with me as well. So yeah, no gaming news at all from me. I'll need to come up with some other stuff, I suppose. But yeah, now I'm back. I'm gonna check out my Legacy of Kain videos and get that review done, hopefully soon. And perhaps on the sideline give some attention to the girlfriend. I suppose I should do that as well. So maybe I should start with that, because she's downstairs studying, and you know, check up on her. Anyway guys, thank you very much for watching once again. I hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you for your continued support. Are you in the frame, cat?